3, 1-6. This is the gospel reading for the second Sunday of Advent. It's only 6 verses, so we'll only be doing 1 verse a day, and then on Friday we'll do the final 2 verses. So unfortunately, some of these verses aren't complete sentences, like the one for this week, for today. And so unfortunately we'll sort of be stopping without necessarily having the main part of a sentence. I'll go ahead and read the whole verse, and then we'll go about translating it. En ete de pente kai decato, tes hegemonias Tiberiu Caesaros hegemonuontos Pontiu Pilatu tes Iudaias kai tetrarchuntos tes Galileas Herodu Philippu de tu Adelphu autu tetrarchuntas tes Iturias kai Traconitidos Coras kai Lusaniu tes Abelenes tetrarchuntos. So as you can see, this ends with a comma, so not a full sentence. And the other thing to note about this verse is that we do not have a main verb form. We have instead 4 participles. So hegemonuontos, and then 3 renditions of tetrarchuntos. Here, and here. Okay. And so what this verse is actually doing is setting the scene. So it's giving us some information about the situation that will follow, sort of like the background story. So it can almost be parenthetical. And you get this a lot in Hebrew. But here we see it in Greek as well. And these participles are actually all genitive absolutes as well. And temporal, which you can see as flowing on from this first phrase within the verse. So let's just go ahead and go through it, I guess, from the beginning all the way through. We start off with a preposition, en ete de pente kai decato. All right. And then it actually goes on, tes hegemonias Tiberiu Caesaros. All right. And so ete is the dative for year. So day here, we can probably forget about translating because it's not really adding. It's more sort of marking off a new thought. So if you do translate it, I'd probably translate it something like now. But I'm not going to bother translating it. So in we would probably word this better than in year. So we could either say in the year or in the 15th year. So we have pente, 5, deca, 10, right? And you see the chi there in the middle. So it's in the 15th year of the, and here hegemonias, it's where we get the word hegemony from. So in the 15th year of the reign, we'd probably say, of Tiberius Caesar. All right. And then we have hegemonuontos, which is a participle, as I said before. It's present active participle, masculine genitive singular of hegemonio. All right. So as the genitive, we'd probably put, because this is already bearing in mind, we're already looking at temporal, so we're looking at time. So I'd probably use the temporal when. When Pontius Pilate and if we're going to put this in better English, when Pontius Pilate was governor, maybe? Governor of Judea. And tetrarchuntos, another present active participle, masculine genitive singular, of tetrarcheo. Okay, so that's why we get the oo there, is because of the epsilon contract. And you might see in this word, this is where we get the word tetrarch from. Okay, so when Herod was tetrarch of Galilee, and Philip, his brother, was tetrarch. So we might put when again here. And when his brother Philip was tetrarch of Iturea and Trachonitis. So of probably the region of, so Koros is the region of Iturea and Trachonitis, and Lysanias was tetrarch of Abilene. Okay, so we're getting some side information. So this is the situation into which what follows in Luke 3 is occurring. Okay, and so each of these participles is a genitive absolute. So you can see that this is one genitive absolute, and then we have this one. Oh, well, there's 4, isn't there? And then this one, and then this one. Okay. And based on it, speaking of time at the very start, it seems right to me to translate them all in a temporal sense. And you can probably, you'll probably leave off some whens here and there because it'll just get very repetitive. Okay, let's go ahead and have a look at my translation. In the 15th year of the reign of Tiberius Caesar, when Pontius Pilate was governor of Judea, and when Herod was tetrarch of Galilee, and his brother Philip was tetrarch of the Iturea and Trachonitis region, and Lysanias was tetrarch of Abilene. ... See you tomorrow.